Hey, good morning. Welcome to Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. Thanks for being with us. It is a new month, April. Who can believe it? The sun is out today, but it's still a little chilly. But the highlight of today is that it is National Twinkie Day. And if you know that my twins, they're 14, but ever since I found out I was having twins, I've always called them the Twinkies. Haven't gotten sued by Hostess yet, so we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. But I actually have never checked into the history of Twinkies. And it's kind of interesting because they were invented by a baker named James Alexander Dewar, a baker for the Continental Baking Company. He was in Illinois, and apparently there was a strawberry shortage going on. And so rather than fill his Hostess cupcakes or whatever they were at the time with strawberries, he used banana filling. And then Twinkies were born. So we are going to partake of these in just a little bit, but I just had to laugh. And the Twinkies are always saying to me, stop calling us that, we're 14. But when somebody else calls them that, they're like, hey, those are the Twinkies. They're like, hey, hi. So it's very funny. So happy National Twinkie Day to all of you, and thank you so much for being with us. So I am excited. Natalie is here from Lofty Pops, and we have like a whole array of treats today because Lofty Pops are something that you and your brother started, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
So hi, Natalie. So thank you so much for being here. So, okay, what is the history of Lofty Pop?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Brooke. I'm so happy to be here. So Lofty Pops, my brother and I started in 2024, and we launched in the Detroit Zoo in partnership with the SSA Group. And now we are in our third full year. I'm sorry, 2024, What year is it? 2026.
It is.
So we are third full year. The season just kicked off on Friday.
Awesome.
And we're so excited to be back and open. It was a very long winter.
Yes.
And so we are
I'm not sure it's over yet, right?
I know.
My fingers are crossed.
I know. Mother Nature, come on.
That saucy way.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, are we done?
Shovels
yet?
are gone, snowblowers set away.
Exactly. Because it's time for popsicles, man.
It is. I got my short sleeves on. I'm ready for it.
Exactly. So, okay, so the good thing about these are there is so much not in them, right? Because they're all natural, no artificial coloring.
Correct.
So tell me about these.
Yeah,
because these are really interesting.
We actually just got USDA organic certified. So they are all organic certified. We use only organic fruits and ingredients and juices. We don't use any artificial colors or flavors in any of them. All the colors are from just the fruits.
Really?
And then they are dairy-free and gluten-free.
I love that because I have to go to a special ice cream store. And so this is awesome that these are dairy-free.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I haven't tried one of these in all transparency, but sometimes you can tell the difference. And from everything I've researched on you and the Lofty Pops, everyone loves them.
Yeah, no, we actually even have a chocolate fudge pop that we don't use any dairy in either.
Okay.
And people don't miss it.
Really?
Yeah, and they're all allergen friendly too.
And that's so important these days.
We only have coconut in just a couple of the flavors. The orange dreamsicle has coconut, but other than that, no other nuts in there.
Okay, so orange dreamsicle, pina colada.
Correct.
Might I dip that in some vodka?
Yes, a little bit of rum. We also have a ginger lime flavor that we always tell people. There's a restaurant near our kiosk at the Detroit Zoo, and we're like, they have vodka over there.
Just dip it in.
Yes, the ginger lime was inspired by the Moscow Mule.
Okay,
So,
all right.
Yeah, we have a blue raspberry.
Raspberry, okay, awesome. And then so strawberry lemon, that one sounds super good.
That is the most popular flavor.
What flavor did you come out with first?
Strawberry lemon.
Okay.
So that was our first flavor that we came out with first, and it was our most popular flavor too. And then the pina colada was the second flavor.
Okay.
And then we just kept building up.
I did see banana
pudding.
Yes. When is that one? Is that one's out, right?
Yes, it is out.
Okay. Where can I find that?
That one you can find at the Detroit Zoo.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So yeah, it all depends on different locations of where they are and what they stock them. The Detroit Zoo does have most of the flavors, as that's the one that we actually service ourselves.
Oh, okay. So you actually go in and fill everything.
Yeah, we go in a film that has the most variety of flavors there. But then,
awesome.
yeah, you can also find them at grocery stores in the area as well too. And then those flavors vary depending on the location as well.
So who came up with the recipe for these?
We have chefs on staff.
Really?
So yeah, we have. So actually,
Popsicle chef?
a popsicle chef.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you actually back up 8 years. My brother Philip is the one who like came up with all of this. 8 years ago, he started a company called Maryland's out of the Royal Oak Farmers Market, and it's also a food truck too that does events in Metro Detroit. And it is a organic smoothies and superfruit bowls company. So all the same, organic fruits and vegetables and all organic ingredients. It's all made to order. And so then a few years ago in 2023, he came up with the idea. He's like, I already have my commercial kitchen. I've got the chefs on staff. I've got all the organic ingredients, and people love these smoothies. Why not take these smoothies and put them on a stick and freeze them?
Wow.
And we had this great partnership with the SSA group at Detroit Zoo. And so he, gave the idea up to our contact there, and she was like, I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So he was like, all right. So he went to work.
Wow.
And then a couple months after that, he came up to me with the idea, and he's like, hey, I'd really love for you to like join me on this venture. And at the time for me, it was such a great idea because I had just had twins myself.
Yes, I know, right? That is, so yours are girls, right? Identical girls, 6 years old?
Yes,
Okay.
they're turning 6 in May.
okay.
My own little Twinkies.
Yes, your own Twinkie, see?
And so at that time, I started being really careful about what I was feeding my kids too. So, I didn't want my kids eating a lot of artificial flavors or colors, and, I didn't want them eating a lot of non-organic ingredients. And at that time, they were also starting to really get into sweet treats,
Right.
too. And so I was like, well, Philip, I love this idea, and I know exactly who can taste test all of them for us.
They're like, here, try it.
Yeah,
That is so awesome. So how is it working with your brother?
it's great.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, my brother and I were like this.
That's cool.
All of our lives. We are a family of 4 kids, and so Philip and I are the bottom 2. And so my parents always divided and conquered. The older 2 were paired up, and Philip and I were paired up. And being the older sister, he kind of had to listen to everything I told him to do. So it was a great relationship. But no, it's great. My brother and I are very close, and we get along so well. We're such a yin and yang.
That's cool.
In areas where he has strengths are my weaknesses, and areas where I have strengths are his weaknesses.
Right.
And
So you complement each other.
we really complement, and we really just communicate so well together. And I think that's the part that really helps our relationship a lot too, because you have family dynamic.
Yeah.
And then you also have just like you're running a business,
Right.
and
I can imagine that there are some stressful times though, right?
yes, there's absolutely some stressful times.
You like pass the gravy. Leave the Lofty Pop at home.
We talk a lot about how like the first year working together was our like calibration year of it, of like working together. But again, it was just, we communicate.
That's cool.
We communicate things. We joke a lot. We're more married to each other than we are to our own spouses,
It's like you're always having to deal with, talk about something, I'm
Yeah,
sure, right?
conflicts and resolutions and how we're going to do things and whose decision we go with. And
Do you do paper, rock, scissors?
yeah, right? No. Usually we go with his.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the new flavors? Do you guys the chefs come up with that, or do you kind of take a poll? How do you do that?
That's a great question. So it's a combination of that. Some of it comes from our chef's ideas. We give them free reign in the commercial kitchen that we have. We also come with suggestions from our customers.
Nice.
So this year we're launching with a couple new flavors. And so that was all because people would ask, oh, I'd love this flavor, or, oh, do you have this flavor? And we're like, not yet. Yeah, the answer was not yet. And it's funny you say that, because when we first launched, we had some very adult flavors.
Oh, like the pina colada?
Like the pina colada, ginger lime. We always say the pina colada's for the moms, ginger lime's for the dads, and everything else is for the kids. But we had a lot of flavors that had a lot of depth. I mean, we took our smoothies from Maryland's that are not your basic strawberry banana smoothie,
Like the ones I make every morning, right?
Yeah, no, these are like they're chef crafted flavors. And so we launched with these very like adult chef crafted flavors. And then we found that a lot of the people that were coming were families, obviously at the Detroit Zoo. And a lot of the kids wanted like the strawberry lemon, we're leaning more towards.
And that was your first flavor?
And that was our first flavor, yeah. But we launched with 7 flavors at the zoo. So with ginger lime pina colada, we have a blueberry cobbler, which is an amazing, but it was but a lot of the parents would be like, oh, I don't think you'd like this to the kids.
Interesting.
And direct them to more of like the simpler flavors.
Right.
And so that really opened our eyes, and we're like, we had this blue color flavor, which is the blueberry cobbler, but it wasn't selling a lot with the kids, mostly with the adults. And, there's 2 adults and then there's 4 kids.
Right.
And so that's when we decided, we're like, we need a new blue flavor. And we thought, what flavor do kids love? I asked my kids, we vetted our customers, and that's when we came out with the blue raspberry.
Raspberry? Okay.
Yeah, which is like a apple, lemon, lime flavor. And that's now our second most popular flavor.
Really? Oh, see, so you guys were right on when you figured it out.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, our chefs love it. They get to like play around in the kitchen. We have variations on variations. We love it because they test it all with us too. And so,
how many flavors do you think will you ever stop creating new flavors?
We'll never stop creating new flavors. Yep, we will always continue evolving and adding to the flavors. And, we may take away some flavors and then we may add some more flavors.
Or rotate, or do you rotate already?
We rotate already some flavors. And so that's the fun part of our job too. Right. Besides just like seeing all the customers, is also just like playing in the kitchen.
That's very cool. So you guys you're at the Detroit Zoo, but you're in some other zoos now too, right?
Yes. So our first year was Detroit Zoo. And then we saw the popularity of it and we were like, we need to take this to other zoos.
Yeah.
Why just save it for the Detroit Zoo? So we reached out to a few other zoos and now we're in the Toledo Zoo too.
Awesome.
In our second year, we launched at the Toledo Zoo and then also at Brookfield Zoo, Chicago.
Really?
And then this year, we'll be launching in 2 more zoos in Wisconsin as well.
Okay, and then what about any stadiums, ballparks, anything?
We were in Comerica Park last year.
Okay.
And so that was a 1-year deal that we did Comerica Park.
Okay.
And so we will not be in them this year.
Okay. But what an accomplishment.
Yes, it was very exciting.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Right? So listen, this is technically my Women in Business segment. Okay, so these are cards with random questions. I need to go to Vegas, can you tell? So I want you to pick one, and then that would go with that one. Okay. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as a woman in business, what have you had to say no to in order to say yes to the life you have now?
Great question. That is something that I struggle with daily. Because as a woman in business, as also a mom in business.
There's a lot of mom guilt, right?
There is a lot of mom guilt, especially when you've got other friends who do stay home with their kids. And when I started, actually it's funny, you asked me what did I have to say no to. I'm sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yep, hold on, I can just put it back. So let's see. Did I lose it? What happened to it? Oh, wait, hold on, here it is. Okay, as a woman in business, what have you had to say no to in order to say yes to the life you have now?
Yeah, so it's funny you said that. So I actually said no to my brother first.
Really?
Yes. I actually said no to my brother first because I prioritized motherhood.
Okay.
I had to, with the job I had before, there was a little bit more security. And as a young mom with twins, I had to make sure that I was in a secure job. Going into entrepreneurship,
it's scary.
It is. It's very scary. It's very risky. And so it took me, so he asked me to join on, and I said, I can't leave my full-time job. I can help you on the side.
Okay, so a side hustle?
Exactly, right, side hustle. And then I was doing both. I was working a full-time job, 9 to 5, and then 5 to 9, I was helping him and on the weekends. And then I did that for about 9 months, till when my 9 to 5 job caught on. I was
check it out, or you're
I just wasn't able to, it's just hard, I was working 2 full-time jobs and being a mom and trying to be a friend and trying to be a spouse, and a daughter and a sister. And so then finally I had to say no to my full-time job, and I dove all into this.
Really? So when was that?
That was in January of 2025.
Okay.
So now I've been full-time doing this for about 1 year and 4 months.
Any regrets?
No, not a single regret. It has been so exciting and fulfilling to do this, and I'm fulfilled daily.
That's awesome.
In it. I'm fulfilled every time I work a service shift and get to see the little kids run up to the kiosk. I'm fulfilled when I get to have moments with my employees who watch them, secured a great recipe or have accomplished something. I'm fulfilled when I secure another account.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fulfilled so I get to work with my best friend, my brother, you know.
Yeah,
And so it's just, those are things that you don't always get everywhere else, especially working in corporate.
Right.
Which is what I left to do this.
Okay. Yeah, it is a very scary thing. It's on a daily basis. You're like, what am I doing? What is happening?
I know. Did I make the right choice?
Yes, exactly.
And always it is, yes.
That is awesome. Okay, so I ask you to bring your favorite cup, and the story is very funny because it does have to do with your twins, but it has to do with your first baby. So tell me about your cup.
This is Milo. Well, not really Milo.
Milo's been
Yes, but Milo was my first baby.
okay.
And I got Milo when my husband and I were just dating. And he got this from, my husband actually got this from my 30th birthday, not to age me. And then, you know, I had the kids. And as many people know, once you have kids, you know, your fur babies kind of get pushed to the wayside.
Like, oh, did you need to be fed today? I'm sorry.
I know, you know, or this poor little litter box, or, you know, I go just to love, you know, I'd be such a snuggly
like,
cat
I love
too.
you.
And so you asked me to bring in my favorite cup, and I knew we would be talking a lot about the business, and, you know, my twins are such a big part of the business and my inspiration into why I do this. And so I thought, you know, I wanted him to be here too, and he's so left out so much, so
that's Milo.
this is Milo. Little representation of Milo, you know.
And the cup she loves. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so are you hiring for summer shifts at the zoo? Because you take care of your kiosk, right?
Yes,
You're
we
in
do.
charge
We
of that?
self-service that, and we are hiring for
Okay.
the zoo
What's the age have to be on?
at 18.
Oh, it does.
Minimum.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So 18. And then if anyone, I mean, I can imagine that would be kind of fun to work there.
Oh my God, it's such a blast. Yeah.
So how long are the shifts, or does it just depend?
It varies. Usually they're from like 10 to 4
Okay.
is the zoo hour shifts, you know, so like 9:30 to 4:30 by the time you open up and close up. And it's for the summer.
Okay.
So we're,
Seasonal. We love that, right?
yep. And it is weekdays and weekends. And we're very inclusive. We hire everyone and anyone, you know, as long as they are friendly, love ice pops,
Right?
love the zoo, and love talking to people.
Love interacting, right? Because that would be, especially with kids.
Yes, it is such a fun part of the job of kids, and yeah, and you get to be at the zoo and you get to be outside.
Right? We were just there Saturday. It was so much fun.
I know, it's so
It
beautiful.
was great. Yeah. The twins were like, okay, so can we go once a week? And I thought, well, why not? Right?
Yeah.
Because we're members. So just walk around and see the animals.
And they just opened up, they're opening up that new section of the zoo too, which is gonna be
Yeah, that
so
looks
fun
amazing.
for the kids.
Right?
Yeah.
So see, lots of fun in store for us.
Yeah.
How will people apply to that?
You can go to our website
Okay.
at www.loftypops.com.
Okay.
And there is on the header, there's a place that's something that says open positions. You can just fill out a form in there and it will go to our contact and we'll reach out to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, one more question. What is your favorite flavor? Your personally?
Ooh, my favorite flavor would have to be the orange dreamsicle.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of our newer flavors, but I have always been an orange
Have you?
creamsicle fan. And so we modified it a little bit and call it the orange dreamsicle.
Awesome. All right. Well, I can't wait to try one of those. And here is your parting gift, but I feel like I need to give you two because of the.
I know, that's the thing with twins too. You always need two of
Like,
them.
oh gosh, okay, well, if I do this, then you can have that. When they get older, it's very funny because then they change, right? So, and mine are boy or girl. So, but it is, you have to be equal.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
It's really hard.
It's hard. So there's two.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much, Brooke, for
Okay,
having
thank
me.
you.
I
It was
really
a pleasure. And I
appreciate
can't wait to see you around the zoo. It's going to be so much fun.
it. Thank you so much.
And thank you for sharing the story of Milo.
Thank you. Yeah, and if anyone also wants to keep up on what we're doing, they can follow us on Instagram at Eat Lofty Pops. And we share all of the exciting places we're expanding to on there.
Awesome.
And all of just like some great behind the scenes
That's
footage too. So let people see how everything is all handcrafted. We use all small batch.
And and that's important. That's an important thing to see. Because, I mean, when you're seeing this and it's something that's so kid oriented, really, you're like, okay, well, I'm seeing how that's made. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of transparency.
Right.
We believe in a lot of transparency. We have nothing to hide. And so it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
All right, so listen, I don't know about you, but this weekend, well, we were at the zoo Saturday, and then I walk my dog. I'm a dog person, sorry. Walk my dog every day, and I don't know what's going on, but my hand has been swollen all weekend. So if you have chronic pain, because I know that my hand has been driving me crazy this weekend, and it's hard to deal with. I mean, I couldn't even open actually my can of dog food because I wasn't able to like grasp it. And so many people we know and that we've spoken to do live with chronic pain, like a herniated disc, bulging disc, or even knee pain, and they're almost heading into surgery. But they end up checking out the Nerve and Disc Institute. Dr. Sol Kogan, he is the founder of this, and he is, of course, both the Detroit Lions, Detroit Tigers. You see him in the media all the time. He's such a great guy. And I think that the reason he's so fantastic at what he does is because he actually knows that pain. He was a wrestler, avid skier, and has gotten hurt several times. So he knows that it's important to feel your best. So I've had a chance to talk to many of his patients, and we checked in with one at his office. Let's watch.
My name is Dan Lieber. I'm from Clinton Township. I have degenerative disc disease, so I was getting sciatica problem going on my leg, which prevented me from doing quite a few things. It prevents you from being extremely active, and because my lower back, I had to give up racquetball, water skiing, all the stuff that I was into, softball. It's painless. They basically immobilize your upper and lower body, and the computer takes over it, and the machine as it manipulates your body, and it stretches it probably a couple inches, but at the time it also flushes your disc with nutrients and water and things of that nature. I would have had to have another surgery if I hadn't gone through this. It's definitely something to look into. If you get to a point where you can't handle the pain anymore and all the other stuff hasn't worked or it's helped, and you want to go to the next level, the staff's great. Everything's on a first name basis, is very casual. When you first start it, you go in and do the wobble chairs and the vibration, and 20 minutes on the table, and then you're out the door. I've recommended the Nerve and Disc Institute. I have less pain in doing what I do.
And of course, they have 3 locations at the Nerve and Disc Institute: Clinton Township, Farmington, and Grand Blanc. So really, you want to get relief. You don't need to live in pain. Check out the Nerve and Disc Institute. And if you mention Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, you'll actually get 50% off your treatment plan, especially for the intro disc neutrosis. Try saying that 3 times fast. But it has helped so many people. So again, check out the nervediscinstitute.com. Dr. Sol Kogan, tell him Brooke sent you. So I am excited about this because hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Happy Twinkie Day. It's like you've been through this with me before, which I love Twinkies.
Yes.
So Audrey, thank you so much for being here. And of course, this is to promote the chamber. Also to say thanks for having me MC your event. You know I love this. You are the president of the Lakes Area Chamber.
Yes.
And so this Women of Wisdom event coming up April
23rd.
Excellent. I think I had the 24th. I'll fix that on my calendar. So tell us what this event is about.
Yeah, so we call this the WOW.
Yes.
As you just said, the Women of Wisdom with the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce. And this is just such an empowering event where we have an amazing panelist discussion, including yourself as our MC. We're so thankful for our partnership with you over the years.
So much. This is the 3rd one, right?
Yes, so
awesome.
We're growing it bigger and better every year. It's from 11 to 1:30, and we changed the venue this year.
Yes.
So
I have never been to Aurora on the
Lake. Aurora on the Lake, right on Union Lake in Commerce Township. Absolutely stunning. It'll be held in the upstairs banquet facility.
Okay.
And that is all renovated. So
I heard it's beautiful. I can't
Yes, and all the ladies get dressed up for a beautiful space, and we're just looking forward to a Women Empowerment Day.
So I know we've got 3 panelists, right?
We
so
do.
Who are we talking? Who am I talking to? I do know. Tell me.
We have Erica Schlinker, and she's with DTE Energy. She's a mover and a shaker in the local communities here. So we're excited to have Erica. Rebecca Webb is the COO of DMC here in Valley Sinai Hospital. So hearing about her journey in the health industry is going to be so informative, and we're excited to have Rebecca. And then Hannah Androp is the owner of Professional Movers, and they've been in business for so many years, her and her husband. So we're looking forward to hearing her insight and being the strong-willed woman in the moving industry.
right? Yeah.
Yes. So
that is-
we're so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I know the first year you had a lot of people. Last year was bigger, so I'm imagining this year will be even bigger.
I
right?
know, we're so excited.
Okay, so question for you. So why do these kind of spaces, Women in Wisdom, how do they make a difference?
It makes a huge difference because a lot of our businesses in the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce are women owned. So we love to have that space for women and to speak on what they're doing, what their beliefs are, and it's just a great platform to showcase the amazing women in our local community.
Well, plus, it's been amazing because of the networking and the connections you make at this event. Because I know I've met so many people through the chamber.
Yes.
But this event especially, it's like, there's just so many people there. It's awesome.
It is awesome. It's, like you said, a great networking opportunity, good ways to meet new people and to grow your business.
So what, for people, I know I speak to a lot of business owners, and I'm like, oh, do you belong to a chamber? And they're like, no, I don't want to do that. It's too much money, too much time. So kind of tell us the importance of belonging to a chamber.
So I love Chamber of Commerce work. I'm so proud to serve on this board for over 10 years. I can't believe it. 10 years. This is my second year as the president, and my company, LaFontaine Automotive Group, speaks highly of being involved in the local communities and joining the chamber. So having my company believe in it is amazing because it does give back to your business. And being involved in the community, I believe it really starts with the Chamber of Commerce, and it gets you ingrained in the community. It gets your business out there, and it's just wonderful. I can't speak enough.
That's kind of like a personal and business visibility, right? It just ups the game so much.
Yeah.
So what do you say to somebody who says, I'm not joining a chamber? Can you join any chamber?
You can.
You can, right? In any area. You don't really have to.
Right, in any area.
Interesting.
If your business is in that area, or if you want to expand, if you live in that area, or if you have a cottage somewhere, you want to get more involved.
There's no, because I think people do believe that
you have to be a business owner.
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah, our chamber, we have an associate member as well. If someone's retired and they just want to get more involved in the local community, we have an associate level membership. So
That's not
cool. So it's just good all around.
So what, so on April 23rd, I know there's lunch, right?
There's an amazing lunch,
And a
like
drink
we
ticket.
said, a drink ticket. Yeah, so if you are a member of the LACC, it is $60 a ticket to get the panelist discussion. Like you said, the lunch, there's a drink ticket, and just a great inspirational day. If you aren't a member, we do welcome you as well. And those tickets are $70 for a non-member.
Okay, and then online, and then when is the deadline for this?
So we generally don't cut it off. We do welcome you in, but if we do sell out, we will post that on our social.
Because it did sell out last year,
It did
right?
sell out last year, yes. So we're hoping for another sellout, but stay tuned to our social media page. It's Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce on all the socials, and our website. It'll be notified.
Okay, and then we have it on our socials too.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a women in business question, but you are going to pick just like Natalie.
All right.
But I don't want you to get the same one Natalie did. So hold on. So let's see. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see, Brooke.
All right.
What do we got?
All right. Okay, so as a woman in business, where do you feel like you're still figuring it out?
That's a tough question. I know in our previous conversations with Natalie, work-life balance, right? That's always a tough one if you are a mother or, have other hobbies outside of work or pets or kids, siblings, your significant other. I'm always trying to balance the work-life balance, and it's not the easiest task.
So how do you navigate? I mean, what do you tell yourself, or how do you set boundaries?
Yeah, so I block out some time throughout the week. I work out with a personal trainer, so that kind of sets my
Is that your self-care?
my self-careness days. I already block them out on the calendar.
I love that.
Because if you don't, it'll go away, right? So I take care of myself mentally, physically, the best way possible. So I thank my personal trainer, Dano Fitness. Little plug
Do you remember the chamber?
So yes, I love doing that and taking time for myself. It's important.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And I think that even as women, no matter what your obligations are, there's always that guilt of, I need to be doing more. I need,
Right.
and the difference between us is you go to the gym and I just like watch Law and Order.
No, it's all good. You have to carve out time for you.
I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm watching Law and Order.
Self-care.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm like, okay, I can't help it. It's just my thing, right? We all have a thing.
We do.
So I'm just going to mention this, and then we will have you on again because you've been on. You are an up-and-coming, amazing singer.
Thank you.
Heard you on YCD. I mean, it is just amazing. So you do have a lot going on.
A lot going on.
on.
Yeah.
So does that complicate your life at all, or?
It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
It's
You go to Nashville, you go back and forth. You're traveling, and
I literally live by the Outlook calendar. No joke. Where I'm going to be at, the next day, it's always in the calendar.
Right.
And just planning ahead
and at your shows, you say,
Man.
"Join the chamber." And you shout out to the chamber.
I used to do that prayer. But yes, thank you for supporting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So any new songs?
Yeah. So there's a lot of big shows coming up in May.
The summer season.
Yeah,
So it'll kick off.
it's kicking off very heavily. A bunch of great things going on, and with a chamber member nonprofit in May with a courageous voice, we're having an awesome concert at the Roxy in Rochester. So May 15th, tickets are on the website audreymusic.com.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, that's funny.
That's
because
coming up.
That is coming up, and I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so anything that you, when you are going through your day to day, because you are so busy and you've got so many different things going on, is there anything that stands out to you as far as what you really just makes you happy?
Well, I'm in the car a lot, driving from event to event or, Chamber of Commerce to my office and the dealerships. So, as you know, I'm a musician, so I love just taking the time to listen to the radio or my podcasts or anything up and coming. I got my music playing. So,
So that's how you get through.
yeah, that gets me through, or, coffee.
Oh yeah, coffee. We need more coffee, right? Yes. And I intentionally did not ask you to bring a cup today because when you come on more to talk about your music,
Yeah.
I want to hear the cup behind that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
what we'll do. But like with Natalie, a parting gift. A Twinkie on National Twinkie Day. Who knew? I don't know if I should be so excited about this. I'm like so happy that today is National Twinkie Day. I was like, what? This is crazy. Side note, I don't know if you know this, and I told Natalie, or I think it was Rachel earlier. So the national holiday calendar where we check out, it's National Twinkie Day and all of this stuff, that actually originated with a man from Michigan.
No way.
Yeah, so it's very cool.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
and I had the chance to interview him years ago, and it was just amazing to see how he and his brother came up with this idea and how much it's expanded,
Yeah.
and how it's just it's like ooh, tomorrow's Happy National Nacho Day, right?
Yeah. I love it.
But it's fun, right? And
Celebrate.
yeah, celebrate, right?
Yes.
You got to find the little joys.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So thank you so much. I know I will be
you.
seeing you
Yes.
soon. So thank you again for being
Yes,
here.
absolutely.
And I'm not going to ask you to sing today, but I am going to ask you next time, okay?
You got it.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Well, if you're like Audrey, has to keep in shape, always has to be pain-free, right? And we mentioned Dr. Salk Hogan, but if you want to check out the nervediscinstitute.com, you can book a free consultation right online. He's got 3 locations, Farmington, Clinton Township, and Grand Blanc. And, one thing that I really appreciate is that I get the chance to talk to his patients and really hear firsthand what they have to say. Here's another one I checked in with. Let's watch.
My name is Ron Womazni. I lived in Fraser, Michigan. I injured my shoulder, which started the problem in my back. After 3 months of city, when I went to move around, I could hardly move. My back, for me, was a mess. So they put me on heavy pain meds, and they tried to burn the nerves, and it worked for a short period of time, and the pain came right back. And then they can only do that every 3 months, so they put steroids in my spine, which helped for a couple of weeks, and then the pain came back. I have grandkids at home. I'd love to be able to get back on the floor. The older grandkids have seen me play with them, and the newer ones have only seen me sitting. A fella that I know hadn't seen me in a few years, seen me with a walker, and said, "Ron, what are you doing with a walker?" I said, "Well, my back has a degenerative problem in my back, and it's just terrible. I've tried many things. I just can't seem to get past it." He said, "Give this Disc Institute a try. They're in Garfield." And so he sent me here. I met with the doctor, and he said he thought he could help, and no guarantees, but he was quite sure that I'd be on my feet again. And praise God, here I am on my feet. Dr. Kogan showed me on my MRI, where other people had not mentioned it, that I had a nerve that was pinched, a disc that was intruding into my spinal column area. And he said, with manipulation and exercise and stretches, he thought he could get that. I know, I found it out. I'm like, healed to some degree at least. And then that healing would continue as long as I was willing to continue exercising and moving my spine in the proper way. And so here I am today, glad to witness that it is working well with me. Well, I have 14 grandchildren, ranging from 19 all the way down to 2. And yeah, they were climbing all over me the other day, calling me Pump 'em Mountain. Well, the staff here is wonderful. They want nothing but you to get better, and they are very accommodating. If you're having a problem, they want to hear about it. They want to be there to help you. And yeah, they'll even sit and do the exercises with you and make sure you're moving right and doing the right thing. And yeah, they wait on your hand and foot. I'm very happy, especially because it felt like I was going to have a walker for the rest of my days. Interdisc neutrosis is it's been great. I think it stretches my spine back apart a little bit, and sometimes I get a little sore after that treatment, but the end result is that I'm much better, and I'm able to stand and walk and move. And I think part of my problem was the fact that I wasn't moving much. And the doc explained to me that the discs need the movement to stay well. I love the guy. I told him that. I felt funny to say that, but he's done great by me, and he stands behind his word, and he's a good man. And I trust. I would gladly recommend the Nerve and Disc Institute and Dr. Kogan to anyone that I see suffering with back pain. We don't have to continue suffering. He's got an answer for us other than trying to cut us or destroy our nerves in our back. That never seemed like a good thing to me, and surely if we can get a repair process going, why not at least give it a try?
Check out the Nerve Disc Institute. You can find them online and book a free consultation. And if you mention Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, you'll get 50% off your treatment plan. So I seem a little discombobulated here right now. This is kind of crazy, but a lot of fun today. We have a lot of treats today because today is National Twinkie Day. That's the first thing. The second thing is we had Lofty Pops. Natalie was here with those, and they're not melting. That's amazing.
I know. They're great.
I can't wait to try one. So Rachel is here, and Rachel is actually a PR person that I never met in person till today from McLean Media. And thank you so much for being here.
I just like here, spur of the moment.
So the whole thing about the cups we love, right? So I had said to Rachel, oh, bring a cup and you can talk to me if you're comfortable with that. And so she was like, sure. So tell me about your cup.
Sure, it's so funny. So when I was 21, I did an internship in New York City. It was like, a dream of mine. But interns don't typically get paid, or they didn't, 10, 15 years ago. So I didn't have a lot of money, but I had to have this cup, and it's like a New York staple. We are happy to serve you. Little paper cups. I saw this in a gift shop, and I was like, food or, buy this $15 cup.
And you chose the cup. So this is the craziest thing. So my bag matches her cup. And it was so crazy. So I was like, you have to talk to me now.
Yes.
And there's a sweatshirt that matches this, but it sold out before I could get it. So
that's so
if you want to borrow my bag, you can borrow my bag.
love to.
And I'll borrow your cup, right?
I love Kate Spade. I'm like, how did I not know they did a line of this?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Kate Spade. I love Kate Spade.
Me too.
So thank you for. I just thought it was so cool the coincidence and everything else. So, like I said, we've been emailing for what, 2-3 years, I think, right?
Yeah.
So first time we've met in person, and you are a woman of business.
I am.
You are. And so I'm going to let you pick. I've dumped all my cards in this bag.
Oh.
It's just, Okay, so all right, pick a card, any card.
Let's see. Okay. As a woman in business, define success. Ooh. I think success is really kind of your independent view of what it is. It doesn't have to be one thing like being a CEO or, being a stay-at-home mom or whatever, society, I think, tells us as women that we need to be. But I think success in life is when you just feel whole, when you know that you're doing the right thing and you're in the right space. I think our body tells us so much about, what is right for us. And I think when we are listening to that, I think that is success, when we're just content with where we are.
I love that. Do you think success can change?
I do, yes, because I think we're always evolving. So I think, something for that time being might be right for you in that moment. But if you're a yes person and, seeking opportunity, I think success can change as you grow.
I love that. Thank you. See, not bad to be put on the spot, is it? You get a Lofty Pop, a Twinkie.
Yes, yes, an American staple.
I know, right? And the good thing is they never go bad.
Right.
They never go bad. So she's like, oh, do you want another? I'm like, no, I have some in my car. I just keep them. Yeah, the twins are always like, oh, God, with the Twinkies again, Mom, please. We don't even like these. And I'm like, you love them. You love them. All right, well, listen, thank you so much for sharing that. It was just so ironic.
Yeah.
Right, it was just meant to be. So.
I know, the choice I made in this morning. I'm like, I love taking that cup.
I love it so much. So thank you so much. And I think this has been such a fun show, a perfect way to kick off spring, talking about everything going on. And just thank you again. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to finally meet you in person.
Exactly. And a big thanks to all of you. And of course, we will see you soon. In the meantime, keep the coffee hot and cheers, you.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers, Brooke.
Cheers.